Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Kerbal Space Program. Kerbal Space Program. I don't know how exactly you pronounce it. Well, yeah, it's Kerbals, whatever. So yeah, last time we built this ship, and now we're gonna launch it. Let's just jump right in, shall we? That doesn't bode well. Oh, hold on. Revert to launch. I know what happened. Okay, so it does kind of this weird thing whenever it auto-assigns staging. So, I mean, at the very least, we know 6 solid fuel rockets is not enough to launch this thing off the ground. So it's a good thing that we have 24. Now we just need them all to fire at the same time, like so. And we're good. Fantastic. All is well. Oh, there we go. We turn on SAS. SAS is... basically, it's kind of, not really an autopilot, but it's an auto, like, corrector for, you know, whenever things want to kind of turn about on their own. Not usually a good thing, so let's try to avoid it. We also have some wings that'll hopefully keep us from turning and doing all kinds of wonky things, which is generally pretty bad. So, we're doing good. This is a good, heavy launch so far. Our apoapsis is getting up there. We've got kind of a tilt going on, which usually means we're a little imbalanced, let's say, and well, we'll be able to fix that here in a second once these rockets go out. Any second now. There we go. That didn't take out one of the rockets we had attached, did it? No. Okay, so we're still good. We're going to hopefully try to correct... I want to try to get into a gravity turn. Now, a gravity turn refers to turning while you're still under gravity, I guess. Once again, I am not a rocket scientist. I know what it usually is referring to contextually, which is basically you start turning in order to start orienting yourself in which direction you want to go in orbit. So we want to head east. Right now we're heading just slightly west, just a teensy bit, and that's not a big deal. We're still gaining quite a bit of height on our apoapsis, which is good. That's what we want to have done. Hopefully we will have enough to get most of the ship up and going. There we go. Alright, now we can turn. We've lost enough of our encumbrance to be able to turn, plus we're getting in thinner and thinner atmosphere. I'm going to leave the thrust right here where it is, and then slowly point. Whoa. Why is it tilting so quickly? There we go. And now we can go thrusters up. Whoa. It's just slightly unstable, and I don't know if it's because we're still in light atmosphere or what, but it's still a little disorienting to try to figure that out. So, yeah, that's actually doing really good. We're going to go ahead and kill the thrust a little bit, and then try to see... Oh yeah, we are just fine on that, so we're actually going to cut the engines, and then point towards the horizon. Very slowly. We can start hopefully getting new command pods that will give us a little bit more power with the manual controls here. I know this is probably like the least accurate thing because there's no actual things providing thrust or maneuvering through the atmosphere or anything going on. All we have is just, you know, the goodwills. The Kerbals are basically leaning on the inside of the pod to make it turn around in the direction that we want, which is fine. It's totally fine. Alright, cool. So we want to try to get up to apoapsis here pretty quickly. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, cool. Now, close map. We are pointed just about towards prograde, but we can still adjust it and be fine. So now we start getting our actual orbital velocity going, and this will keep us from, as has been explained by myself and Newton and many others, and Scott Manley most importantly, this will keep us from actually hitting the Earth. We'll just keep going sideways until we miss the planet Kerbin, actually, not the Earth. I'm sorry. Ooh, man. Alright, so now we're just waiting for this thing to widen out so that we actually have an orbit, and then we'll make our way to the moon. Hopefully, if all goes well. Let's see, what's our fuel look like? Fuel's not great. We might run out of fuel on the way, which would be a little bit embarrassing to say the least. Just means I don't have enough rockets, really. Alright, it's getting there. It's getting there. And... oh... come on. Let's see, what's our apoaps at? Yeah. Apoapsis. Whoa. Let's zoom forward a little bit. Reorient. Oh man, so slow. Really need you to point there faster. Yeah, okay, we just hit Apoapsis. So we'll go ahead and fire that off. And there we go. It starts turning really fast. It means it's just about as circular as it's going to get. Yeah, you know what? I'll accept that. Okay. We have very little fuel left. That might be enough to get us in proximity of the moon. So, let's see. If the moon is right there, that means we want to try to angle about here. They made it fairly easy. Or no, you know what? It's 45 degrees, right? Right? I'm not sure. Well, let's angle for periapsis. And then that'll at least be most of where we want to be. Mostly. Fortunately, the moon is fairly slow by comparison. So, okay, now we slow down, and you know what? Let's make a maneuver node. I can't remember if I've actually made a maneuver node yet, but these things are super handy, so I might as well. There you go. We can kind of adjust this and see about where we want to kind of angle up. It's got some tricky bits to it that I just don't get so well, maybe. Let's see. Node burn time is 20 seconds. I want less than that. If I can help it, I would definitely like less than that. So we're going to move it around like that. I didn't know you can do that. That was actually kind of a first. Okay, easy. Let's see. What's our angle look like? Ah, that might cause some problems. Whoa. Alright. So we have an encounter at 19 seconds. Oh. Alright. There we go. Oh. Man, these things, these little sliders are kind of nuts. They're a little hard to work with, and I don't know exactly what it is I'm doing wrong with them, per se. Let's see. I just want to... Whoa, God. Yeah, so you can go from, like, fine to... Whoa, holy crap, very quickly. Okay, so we're a minute away from our... Oh, hey, they added a little arrow. Was there an update I wasn't paying attention to? More than likely. But now there's a little arrow on the nav ball, and that is super handy useful. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... Not sure what the blue circle is for. Unless that's the opposite of where we should be aiming. No, that doesn't look like the case. Oh, stop, go back the other way. Oh my goodness. I guess we could take off RCS and kind of manipulate it that way. It's a little tricky, just a little. Fortunately, we have enough time to not have to worry about that too much. But there we go. I turned off SAS in order to get this positioning right. Now, with SAS, it doesn't automatically, like, slow down. It'll keep spinning like this very slowly forever unless you manually apply, like, a counterforce to it. So, here we go. We're pretty close. And turn SAS back on. That'll stabilize us. And now we hit the node in 20 seconds. So right about here, we'll start firing. Alright, and then we just need to maintain control until our fuel runs out, or we hit our goal for getting our encounter with the moon. I'm excited. Are you excited? You should be excited. Why are you never excited for me? Oh, Lord. Sorry, flashbacks with arguments with exes. Ugh. Let's see. I won't say which side of the argument that was. Let's just say it was both. There we go. Alright. There we go. This should make things significantly easier for us, since now we are tons lighter. And also we have a ton of fuel. So, but we only have one rocket. So it kind of balances out, more or less. Alright. We're going to slow it down just a little bit as we get closer to our goal. Just a little bit more burn, and cut. Awesome. Close enough. Let's see, what does that actually put us? That does not put us quite where we need to be. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Might have overshot the mark a little bit there. That's okay, we'll fix it. So, and again now, the great part is, now that we have just the fuel to worry about weight-wise. As we expend fuel, it will also be easier to cruise around. So we should be able to get to escape velocity, basically, very easily and make it back to Kerbin. Or not, and then Jebediah will cruise around the planet for a few years until we come up with a way to make grappler arms. So that'll be for later consideration. Alright, we're watching, and stop. Ooh. Tiny adjustments. Tiny adjustments. Okay. Ooh. I love it. That's so much fun. Okay, cool. So we'll do this manually from here on out. Let's go point at prograde, and then just until we get an encounter, we will fire up the engines. Let's see. We got plenty of fuel. Oh yeah, we have so much fuel, it's ridiculous. I bet we could probably go to Minmus on this fuel. We might do that, just for funsies. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Just a tiny little adjustment. Okay, cool. Now we fast forward. Whee! Times 100, times 1,000. Here we go. We're losing speed as we get further and further away from Kerbin, which is how this encounter is possible at all. So, and as we get slower and slower, we are down to 300 almost meters a second there. Okay, we passed it. And as we're getting slower, the moon is catching up with us. And now we are in the effects of the moon's gravity. Fantastic. Now we'll wait until we line up with the moon's periapsis. Oh, wait for it. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's zoom in a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're at about a minute. That's more than enough time for us to get oriented where we want to be. But yes, so we are very nearly at the moon. Look at that. That's a moon, all right. All right, so it's basically like whenever we were trying to expand our orbit, now we just want to shrink it. Now we need to do that until we actually have at least a relatively circular orbit. So here we go, like that, and we'll watch this thing. Alright, and coming round, coming round. Okay, cool. Cut the engines really quickly there, and then we will adjust. Oh wait, I was still thrusting. Whoops. Okay, that's what he said, I suppose. Alright, let's go. A little bit of a time warp here. We want to get to periapsis again. Okay. A little bit faster. Alright, give it a second. And there we go. Time warp normal. Now we just want to get in real close. Since the moon has no atmosphere, we don't have to actually... The atmosphere... sorry, every now and then... It's now an accidental thing whenever I pronounce atmosphere like that, where it's just like, the atmosphere... it amuses me greatly, regardless. So, since the moon has no atmosphere, we don't have to worry about aerobraking, so we can get in really, 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 really close and get a good look at the surface here, which is about what I'm going to attempt to do here. Let's see... We want to get into about... There we go, 40,000. 40,000 kilometers? That sounds about right to me. In case, we'll go ahead and speed things up a little bit. And then see what kind of a view we've got from that close at periapsis. Well, what is periapsis now? Again, hopefully, I don't think there's any mountains that'll get up to 40 kilometers. No. That's not even a thing. I know, I forget, there is one moon that is more of an asteroid with a really, really weak gravity, and it's super, super tiny, and some of the mountains are huge. So you can get in really close, but you stand a good chance of actually crashing real bad. Yeah, you know what? That's about close enough. Let's go ahead and line up retrograde and fire and circularize our orbit to super close around the moon. We might even get down to 20 kilometers and then go from there. That sounds exciting to me. Let's do it. Alright. Map. Fire. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to shoot for 20 kilometers, so our closest pass on the day side will be about 20, and that'll be good, I think, for now. So here we go. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. Whee! And slow it down as the points are changing. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Just under 20k. Very good stuff. Now we can just sort of watch. Since we know where Periapsis is, or the new Periapsis, is right on the day-night line, which will probably change by the time we get around the moon here. And let's see what it looks like from real close. Look at that. Yeah, close enough to load in the actual terrain and not just a texture. That's special. That's really good stuff. Hey, and Jebediah is rather pleased with himself. Yeah, we've got so much fuel. I'm only slightly getting better at, like, ship design, so I'm really pleased with myself right now and my ability to have created something in space that is able to perform what we want and have enough fuel to maybe do some extra fun stuff. So, and here we go. Alright. Look at that. Still a little choppy. But we do have some actual rendered terrain here, and I am proud of this. We have Kerbin in the background. It's beautiful. I think this is coffee sip worthy. Absolutely fantastic. All right, let's do some science. We are definitely going to try to go to Minmus. I do have an antenna. Please tell me I have an antenna. Yes, I put it on the very front. Okay, so we're going to do a crew report. Space near the moon. We are going to transmit data back. And then we are going to EVA. Alright. And crew report. And we are going to keep data. Oh no! Oh no! I'm flying. Okay, there we go. I was just slightly moving away there. It was making me maybe a little nervous. Okay, let's see. Review stored data. And we can transmit that for 24 science. Fantastic. Not enough electric charge. Oh no! Okay, let's see. Warning, not enough electric charge. Alright, well we'll get some here in a second. Whenever we fire up the engines again. Actually, let me see. Where are we? Yeah, let's go ahead and just fire a little bit. Alright, cool. And cut the engines. Alright, hold on. We've got to make sure we're not going to crash. Oh, hey, we're going to crash. Okay, cut the engines. Alright, now what we want to do is... Shit. This is where everything goes wrong. Hooray! I should not have tried to do that without first creating... Alright, let's make sure we have some power here. And then I'm going to turn upwards... Stabilize, and then try to keep us from our maybe slightly too close of a pass towards the moon. Let's call it. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the ticket. I don't know what that blue reticle is for. It's kind of, I don't want to say bothering me so much, but it's definitely kind of throwing me off. Alright, we've got charge. We've got charge. Okay, it's still sending data, and it looks like we have succeeded. Okay, and we are now safely further away from the surface of the moon. And now we just need to go to Apoapsis. And then bring Periapsis out of the dark again. Okay. That was a bit of a close call there, but we have managed to make it work. Good times for everyone, more or less. Alright, so now we want to face prograde. Do a quick little burn. And then, hopefully, not die. That would be fantastic. Alright, cool. And here we are, prograde. Ooh, and fire them rockets. Alright. And there we go. Okay. We have 55, 41, a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. That's about as circular as it's gonna get, right? Yeah, I like it. That's good enough for me. Alright, so there we go. We have found the moon. We're gonna take our last little observe mystery goo type data. And the goo feels right at home here. Yeah, there we go. Transmit 9 science. Well, I could do it over and over again, but that annoys me. So now we're going to keep data. And then, yeah, that's basically the end of this video. So this has been Cardboard Decoy flying to the moon. And made it, too, and didn't die, even though we got close a couple times. And we got a ton of fuel, too. So I think next video I'm going to attempt to go to Minmus after I find out how to do the quick save shortcut key, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's I usually am really bad about that, but I feel good enough about this to try some new things. So I will be doing some quick saving, and then we'll come back and try to go to Minmus, which is the second satellite body around Kerbin right there. I think we can make it. I think it's possible. We'll find out. So, but until then, have fun.